Welcome to the Tom Bernard Family Podcast with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Andy Brandt Bernard,
and Kristen Bird.
All right, it's time to stand up and admit it was a great move for the Vikings to get rid of Sam Darnold. What a good idea. Unbelievable.
That was, you know what? I don't think I've really watched a Super Bowl. I've been to Super Bowl parties. We've had people over for the Super Bowl, but I usually end up chatting in the kitchen and making snacks. I don't usually sit down and watch the game. Mm-hmm. It was kind of satisfying watching a former Viking quarterback kick the ass out of New England.
Your buddies.
I took the side of, this was my joke. I was like, I'm going to just straddle in the middle because I'm like, we got West Coast and we've got East Coast, and I win no matter what.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, true.
It was actually, even though it was kind of a slaughter, it was still fun to watch, and I don't know why. Because usually when it's so one-sided, they get boring. But maybe it's just because Sam Darnold really kind of came into his own and found his team.
Yep.
And there was a stat that 20 of the players, was it on the
20 players.
Were first year players.
That's amazing.
And then they win the Super Bowl? That's incredible.
Didn't Kostakis predict a 16-point spread?
Did he?
I think he did.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Jeez, I guess we should bet on whatever Kostakis
I know.
says.
I was going to say, did he bet? Because if he bet, he probably made off handsomely.
I bet he did.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he said I know he said Seahawks, and I know he said by a lot. I think he said 16, but I could be wrong.
I think you might be right, yeah.
Yeah, the New England did not look like a Super Bowl team this time.
No.
They really didn't.
I wasn't paying attention to the sports ball game, obviously, but at one point I looked up because I was working on a project while the game was playing, and I said to Bill, I'm like, wait, New England hasn't scored yet? I mean, it was still, it was something like crazy, like 29-0. I don't know if it was that, but I at one point I just was like, that is insane. And he's like, yeah, nope, they haven't scored. I was like, wow.
Well,
this isn't the Brady era.
No, the Puppy Bowl had way more action than the
It always does.
Puppy Bowl was great. It really was.
Did you see Mooney, the senior puppy?
Yep.
When you were watching the Puppy Bowl?
Yes.
I follow that creator on TikTok, and she is delightful because she takes challenging senior dogs who often have tough medical cases and gets them adopted, and they thrive. Her name is Isabel Klee, Klee, and she's on both Instagram and TikTok. You don't have to be on TikTok to follow her, but just the empathy that she has towards dogs and the way she finds the perfect home for them. And then you can, oftentimes the dogs will then, once they're adopted, will have their own social media accounts, and following them and seeing how they thrive is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I felt really bad for that neurologically impaired dog. It did not look healthy.
Yeah.
I felt
Neurologically
really
impaired.
Yeah, there are times when it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a hard time walking and standing, and it had that tilted head. You just know there's some brain disorder going on in there. It's I don't know if this dog's happy. I don't know. I felt bad for it.
Yeah, there is that fine line with animals when you're like, am I keeping them alive for me or for them? And that's what you really have to question with yourself to make sure that...
That kind of sounds like cerebellar hypoplasia, which actually isn't that big of a deal. It just means they have bad balance. So if that's what it is, then... they'll be normal.
Well, it relied on a little cart. It couldn't get and it was a young dog. I don't know if it'll get any better.
No, cerebellar hypoplasia is something you're born with, and it doesn't improve. It's more common in cats. I don't know if it happens in dogs too much, but like I said, they don't feel anything else. They just have bad balance. So.
Oh, all right.
That's
as long as they're happy, I guess.
Yep.
All right, Alex, did you enjoy the Super Bowl yourself?
I did not watch a second of any of it.
Me either.
Oh, you didn't really?
Not even a second?
No.
Not even
a
Bad
second.
Bunny?
Not even Bad Bunny. I was like, Dan and Sage went downstairs because they went to the Timberwolves game yesterday, and then they came home, and then they watched a little bit of it. But Fawn had a birthday party sleepover thing that they all woke up before 6 a.m. And so I was like,
That's
I was
early.
just, real early. And she loves her sleep. So and she had dance on Sunday, and so she and I just like hung out and laid low. I was like, let's just not have any stimulation. Like, you just eat, we'll just chat. And then we went up to her room and she drew for a little bit, and then I read to her, and then she was asleep by 8. So.
Oh wow.
And then I
early.
went in my
There
room
you
and
have
read.
it.
So I'm like, I just had a calm evening. It's
You
not
used
like
to
I
watch
was. What?
You always used to watch football with me on Sundays when you were a little kid.
I think
Yeah.
She was there for the snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there for the snacks for sure.
Snacks were good. Yeah. And it's not like I was like anti Super
Well.
Bowl. I wasn't trying to avoid it and was like, I don't want to watch that. It just
I just don't care.
In the moment, I was like, I'd
Right.
rather just hang out and be calm with fun. So
What time was it?
started at 5:30 our
6:30.
time.
Well, 5:30 your time.
Oh yeah,
there's
that's
so
a
much-
terrible time for us.
I always
There's
watch.
so much angst over the game this year. It was like it's almost turned into more of a political spectator sport
Yeah.
than it is a
Yep.
football
I
game.
know, it's so
True.
sad.
I always watch the halftime show like the next day. Like I'll Google it and find it and watch it. You know.
It was good. Bad Bunny was good. It was a very. You'll like it because it was very theatrical.
Yeah.
Like they did, and I didn't know this until after I watched it. But they had set up all of these plants. The plants were people. They were dressed as plants because you have to get the set on very, very quickly.
Yeah.
They only have a matter of minutes, so they dress people in those like tall.
Oh, crazy. That's
It
fun.
was amazing to watch. So people were revealing themselves after, like, I was one of the plants. Like,
That's funny.
because they're only allowed to have 25 carts on the field, like in terms of like stage wise.
Oh,
and
yeah.
once you exceed 25, you have to sit there and think like, well, how do we get people on and off the field fast?
Yeah.
And they made people plants, which was incredible.
that's cool.
I think Trevor was asking about the ratings. It was 128 million for the halftime show with Bad Bunny, which was down from Kendrick Lamar last year. He was at 133 million, but he was a record setter for that. And then there's another 18 million that have watched it online. And then the Kid Rock show had about 4 million watch. But now, like later on, because sometimes people go back and watch, it's at
Right.
19.5 million.
Wow.
19.5 million now? Well, that's a jump.
How about just the Super Bowl and not worrying about the halftime show?
I only know about the halftime
Was
show.
it down?
Yeah, usually halftime show is the peak of
Yeah.
the show. So I'm going to say it's probably going to come in a little bit lower, and especially where it wasn't a really tight match, it's probably not
Yeah.
going to be great,
Yeah,
right?
Like 8 million or
Yeah.
something. Who knows? I don't know.
Probably more than that. Maybe like 115 million or something, but yeah.
Oh, so everybody walked away a winner. Both shows did around 100 and a quarter. So
They
that's
did,
good.
and I think that that's an important lesson that everyone can coexist peacefully. Go and watch the show that you want, and that's that. Or don't watch it at all.
Yeah.
Go and have snacks.
A lot of people in the
That's
chat
okay.
are saying they didn't watch either of them. They just didn't care.
Yep.
Well, whatever. I don't know.
Everything's gotten stupid.
It had. Well, Catherine and I didn't watch the halftime show, but it was on for a couple of minutes just to see people if they.
Well,
I don't know.
we tuned into the other one on YouTube just to see what it was all about, and it was
Yeah.
like a couple of country western singers. We didn't know, so we watched that for 10 minutes, and then we
Yep.
switched back to Bad Bunny, and he was on there for a little while, and then somebody else came out that could not sing.
Lady
I don't know who-
Gaga.
Lady
was
Gaga
on
was
there.
out there.
Some
Ricky
man.
Ricky Martin was in there as a cameo.
Oh,
he
Ricky
looked
Martin
bad, yeah.
was?
I
didn't
think
know
it was
that.
Ricky Martin. I thought it was him, but
It was
he's
Ricky Martin.
He sounded bad. I don't know if it's the acoustics in the stadium.
Yeah,
but it
it's
just
hard to
sounded
sing
bad.
live. So if he sounded
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I had a couple friends dancing with Bad Bunny, and it's
really?
always exciting to see friends like thriving. Because the Super Bowl for dancers, it's one of those bucket list items that they usually have on
Yeah,
their list,
yep.
like go on tour with the major artists, Super Bowl, Oscars. There are certain ones, and that usually is such a big deal. So it's always fun to see familiar faces.
Sure.
That is
So
cool.
everybody watched it. Everybody was happy. Mom and I watched it a little bit here and a little bit there. Weren't like glued to the set or anything. But some pretty good performances. It was a fun game to watch. There's no question about that. And we move on from there because Minnesota has not one team that's any good. But other than that,
Except
You guys
for the
got to spend some
Timberwolves.
money.
I will say,
Timberwolves.
I love like Trevor Benson. Like I couldn't understand a damn word he said. So many people have been saying that, and I'm like, well, he's speaking Spanish.
Well, I've heard from Spanish-speaking people that they couldn't understand what he said either, because apparently, like, his lyrics are super in the halftime show specifically. They were super muddled, like it was impossible to understand what he was saying.
Well, that's
like you
like-
said, probably it's the bad acoustics. And,
Well, that's like
It's a
the
stadium,
people say that about U.S. Bank Stadium here. Like Taylor Swift performed at U.S. Bank Stadium because it can hold the most people.
Yep.
And they were like, the concert was not as good as it could have been because the acoustics
No.
are so bad
Yeah.
because it's
Yes.
just like this huge place. So it's like,
Well,
eh.
I
And
mean,
you're
if you-
battling two things too, because you're dealing with television acoustics along with live event acoustics.
Yeah.
Right. And in those stadiums, people don't understand sound, no matter how many speakers you have blasting all over the place, it's a bowl. It goes around in a circle.
And usually
There's a
more
lot of
speakers actually
echoing.
makes it worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Bill just sent me a text and he said, and remind everyone that there was a real wedding that happened in the halftime show.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
There
Yeah.
was?
Yeah, people got
Oh,
married.
there was?
A couple. So there's a whole scene where there's a wedding. 'Cause
Oh,
the whole thing
okay.
plays out like a theatrical event. You go from different
Yeah.
scenes of his life, but you see a couple getting married. That couple had actually invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, and he said, "Nah, I can't come to your wedding, but why don't you come to the Super Bowl and get married during the halftime show?" So that's actually what happened.
That's funny.
There you have it. All right.
Yep.
So what else has happened? Yeah, it was like I said. We didn't. We watched. Catherine and I watched the whole game, but it was enjoyable. I thought, watching the whole thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
not
mean, if you had good
perfectly,
snacks, like what else do you need? I make
Well,
my buffalo
true.
chicken dip I make it once a year. I make it at the Super Bowl. And Bill's like, "Are we getting the dip?" I'm like, "We're getting the dip."
Gotta have the dip. Lindsey Vonn. Bad news for Lindsey Vonn.
What?
Bad news.
She felt
Yeah.
okay. So she ruptured her ACL.
Yeah.
Decided she was going to do her run anyway. Well, apparently she got her shoulder or her ski pole stuck in a flag, and it spun her around, and she ended up breaking her leg, being airlifted off the mountain. And she had one surgery, and then she had two. She ended up having two surgeries on her leg, so it must have been a nasty break.
Oh my.
And we're looking at in 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
other thing we need to remember. She
And there's-
clipped one of the flags, and it happened 13 seconds into her run in
Yeah,
the final.
she just had gotten out. It's really sad.
Eek.
And they're saying that the ACL injury didn't have anything to do with it, that it was just really bad luck that she hit that flag the way she did. And I'm like, well, it couldn't have helped.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
couldn't
really?
have helped.
No.
Yeah.
She's also known for being like balls to the wall when it comes
Yeah.
to her downhill racing. Like she's just a very aggressive style in terms of downhill. And, she probably just was like, I'm just going to go for it because
Yeah.
I've ruptured my ACL. This is probably my last Olympics. But you could hear her screaming.
Yeah.
And that was
Really?
this point. Yeah, and I had seen it in the morning live, and then Bill watched it. He started watching the Olympics after the Super Bowl, and he's like, "Oh, look, it's Lindsey Vonn." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna leave the room." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait till you see what happens."
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know. After a 7-year absence,
Yeah.
this was her big comeback tour.
Yep.
and
Yeah,
now
that
it's
might have
her
been
big-
not only her last Olympics, but her last time skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
If that injury was
Possibly.
bad enough.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, and that looks
And
sad.
the figure skating team won gold
was
yesterday
gonna say.
too. So
Yay.
Okay, so they're doing some backflip thing now.
The guy.
that was illegal, but now they can do it.
now it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy for anyone who followed figure skating for years and years and years. I mean, we're going back decades. Surya Bonali, who was a French skater, always did backflips on the ice. And was never given credit for it. In her last Olympics, she just did it right in front of the judges just to be like, F you. And now it's allowed. And I was like, you were a little badass pioneer way back in the day. And I mean, she should be credited for that. I mean, you can't go back in time, but at least making sure in the history books that, she was the one doing it. But now one of
why-
our American skaters are.
Why was it illegal?
Yeah.
If you go back and remember, and you have to go kind of like back to the early 90s, there were different components to how figure skating was judged. You had compulsories. So they would have to trace like figure eights. We wouldn't watch that as a part of the Olympics because it's super boring. But the judges would have to say, okay, your technique is good. And then you had the short program and you had the long program. So there were actually 3 elements, and they just were a little bit more particular. But as skating has evolved, just like how gymnastics has evolved, and the tricks get harder and harder, they start allowing more and more. So we're doing quads now. I mean, if you go back to the early 90s, it was a double triple was like, ooh, that's exciting. Now it's like, do you have your quads? If you don't have your quads, you're not winning a medal.
Jeez, did you see Howard's comment there? Could be worse with the gate pole. A friend of mine growing up had a gate pole break and went through her eye and killed her.
Well, there's no doubt that that downhill racing is a dangerous sport. You're hurling yourself down a steep mountain as fast as you possibly can.
It's probably the most dangerous Olympic sport, if I had to guess.
I
wonder.
Well, yeah, and they're just like
But what about the ones
cranking
who
on
do
their
like all
legs?
of the
the half pipe?
Yeah.
And then there's a skiing one that does like the all the
What's the downhill one where it's just like this the whole time and their knees are just like the entire
mogul?
time?
The moguls.
Yeah. I'm like, how do those people's knees last? Like, I feel
they
like
don't.
I'm like,
why
how
they do
could you
it
even
one
do this? Can you just do one Olympics and then you have to retire because you need new knees?
Yeah,
like,
really.
seriously.
Yeah, I mean, you're a super athlete. Like, you're that elite athlete that goes to multiple Olympics, I think, in skiing. And I also think, too, the technology on skiing has, all the equipment has gotten so fast, too. That adds to the speed.
Yeah, it looks like in terms of fatality rate, basically anything involving going downhill on snow. Luge, skeleton, ski jumping, snowboarding, all very high injury and fatality rates compared to the other sports. So
Well, that's Sonny Bono.
yeah, that's why I heard that when I was a kid, and I never skied. I've skied once in my life. I was terrified to do it because I was like, it's killing people. I don't want to do that.
Didn't he just run into a tree? What
He
happened?
ran into a tree. Natasha Richardson had a head injury and didn't go to the hospital, went home and passed away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to be wearing a helmet these days for skiing. And people don't. You see people not wearing a helmet. It's crazy.
I know somebody that was wearing a helmet, snowboarding, went off a jump, landed weird, died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, God, I remember
like-
when we went skiing, the snowboarders, what they would do is they would like lay down on the slope with no helmet.
In the middle of the
And I'm like,
hill.
all it's going to take is someone to zig when they should have zagged, and
Yeah.
they're going to slice you stem to stern. What the hell are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and then the chairlift. I know so many people that have had horrible injuries just because
Yeah.
of the chairlift. I'm like, none of it's safe.
You'll never catch me skiing downhill, ever.
Well, I tell you what, I went to St. Anne's with a kid named Al Trepanier, and Al, there was a that ski jump is not there anymore over at
Theater
Worth.
Worth. No, they took that down long
It
ago.
was
or somebody burned
down,
it or something.
Somebody started it on fire. But I remember Al Trepanier he was unbelievable on those skis, and I would walk by once in a while, and Al would be coming down this I guess hill was really steep. So you put a very steep jump on top of a very steep hill. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, when he went off the end of that slope, or a ski jump, I should say, he looked like he was about 150 feet in the air. Oh my God, he was good at that. Al, if you're still listening, you were the best I've ever seen, pal.
Yeah, they took that one down. The only ski jump we have left, I think, is down in Bloomington.
Is that right?
Yep.
That's the one left.
Yeah, and people train for the Olympics on that ski jump.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a big, there's like a huge event there every year, and like people come from all over the world and do the ski jump, and it's really fun because anybody can just go and watch it. And they sell like beer and snacks in the teeny tiny little chalet that they have right by it, and it's just like packed full of people because it's not a big area. But they had to cancel it this year because of low snow, I think. Or it was too cold.
It was so cold,
It was during when it was like negative. It was the one night that it was like negative 45, and that's when it was supposed to be. And we try to go to it because it's just so wild to watch. But Yeah, that was
I'm
sad.
surprised they didn't go, yay, icier, faster. We love it. I mean,
Well, I
they're
think
all
it
a
was
bunch of
like, I don't want to
adrenaline-
be on that cold.
I was.
They're
Gonna,
all a
I
bunch
feel
of
like it was.
adrenaline
I feel like
junkies.
it was more for the people watching. Like this wouldn't
Oh.
be safe for the observers. So, yeah.
There you have it. Well, Kristen, we only got about 10 more minutes with you. We got any other subjects we should cover?
Well, I feel like the three big topics this weekend were Super
Right.
Bowl. It
Yep.
was Olympics, of course, and unfortunately, it was the Savannah Guthrie case, which is not.
What is that?
I don't like. I'm at a point. I'm just like, was the whole like operation just bungled from the start? Like, I just feel like the investigation got off to the wrong start.
Yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
the latest on that? I have no idea.
Nothing, right?
I mean, they released a third video, the family, talking about Savannah Guthrie, and it seemed very coded in that it seemed like they were speaking directly to, if it is a kidnapping, to the kidnappers. They're saying that they will pay. It's reportedly around $6 million that they're asking for. But it started to sound like, if you like listen to it, we want to celebrate with her, but it sounded like they know she's no longer with us and that they want the body. But you don't know. I mean, we don't know. You know, it's one of those situations. And they also spent, I believe, I want to say it was Saturday night at Annie Guthrie's, which is Savannah's older sister and the son-in-law who lived there, scoping out their house, gathering evidence again. So are they circling the son-in-law and Annie Guthrie? Maybe. But also that was the last place that Nancy Guthrie was seen alive, because she had dinner and reportedly played games there. So who knows?
Was
This is just a really weird case.
Was she very wealthy? Is that the whole deal? Or she just had some money?
The only, I think, really wealthy person is Savannah.
Oh, okay.
In this case, obviously with her
Yep.
Today Show money. The only thing I can think of is, and who knows, Savannah could have bought her mother's house too, for all we know.
Yeah, yep.
And but we haven't heard anything about life insurance policies or anything else like that. That hasn't come into play. We haven't heard anything about Annie and Tomasino's finances either, if they're in trouble or if they're okay. That hasn't come into play either.
That is so weird. Now, how long has it been since she was kidnapped?
A little over a week. So it was
week,
like a
yeah.
week Sunday morning. So we're now entering the second week officially. And it's got to be very disheartening, because obviously with the pacemaker and certain heart medications that she needs, it's unless they grabbed them, you know, when they didn't grab them from the house, but unless they grabbed a couple of them, I mean, I just don't know. You just speculate at that point.
You know, you just reminded me of it. And actually, this is thank God, it's a lightning moment. I had a friend that I grew up with, a nice Catholic boy, went to St. Anne's with me and all the rest of it. Every time a story like this would come up, his response was always, well, you know, the problem is you're in a world where a lot of the people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what, and he was serious about it. He was like, he didn't want to swear or any of that stuff and go, the guy's effing nuts or whatever. So he just said he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, which I thought that's pretty inventive.
Yeah,
Worked
and
for
you
me.
know, I think like the people I feel bad for, obviously besides the Guthrie family, is that the people of the Today Show have to act like
Yeah.
you got to go on with your job.
Yeah.
They obviously care about their coworker. I don't think anyone wound up going to the Olympics at all. They kept them all in studio, but talking about it, they're on the verge of tears every time they have to report on it. It's
Yeah.
got to be very strange to be reporting on your coworker when they are headline news.
Did they take her right out of the house? Where did they take her from?
Well, according to the son-in-law, he's the one who drove her from his house to her house at like 9:48 p.m. And he said she went in through her garage. They have evidence that the garage went down at 9:50. Oh. So he didn't walk her into the house, even though she uses a cane and things like that. And I always go, wouldn't you walk your mom into the house? I don't know.
Yes.
That's just probably what I do if someone was, you know, a little bit mobility challenged, because they said she doesn't move fast. And
Right.
then it was somewhere around like 2 a.m. that her Apple Watch and her phone were disconnected from her pacemaker.
yeah.
So that was that separation. So what happened in between those hours, we don't know. And
Moby Pete says Guthrie's brother-in-law looks a little sketchy, in my opinion. You like the sketchy?
I mean, if you're just going off of, I know it's because he's got a beard. I think people just like make assumptions. But again, no one's been named a suspect, although obviously they haven't ruled out anyone either. So that's important.
Such a weird story.
It really is. There's no question. You know, because again, the neighborhood I grew up with is not like most neighborhoods. But I remember a friend of mine's sister got kidnapped, and they never saw her again. Oh. She just disappeared.
Well,
I think she was like 16, something like that.
Look at all these, Epstein files that are dropping. How many kids are trafficked in this country every year is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Don't really understand that.
And not just this country, everywhere.
Yeah, the Epstein thing, and I think the whole situation about the Epstein thing, this was a global trafficking situation.
Yeah.
Global.
Yep.
And super elite. Everyone was covering for everyone. And public figures who have told us, I wasn't involved. The emails are showing that you were somewhat involved. Now, we don't know to what level, but you certainly knew that this was a convicted pedophile. And you were hanging out with him years after he went to jail for it. So
yeah, even Whoopi Goldberg wanted to use his jet all the time. I'm like, he was convicted. What are you people talking to?
Or
him?
Elon Musk on Christmas Day morning, like begging to come to the island. Don't you want to hang out with your kids?
Yeah,
I mean, that
kinda
email
nice.
is right there. It's crazy.
Mom is very, very. Elon Musk has never been to the island and had no interest. So I don't know.
He's paying for the defense for all of the victims of all of the UK rape gangs. So I don't know. Maybe he's just
Two things can coexist. I think that's the thing.
exactly. But I mean, I don't know. There's been all kinds of AI stuff out today with all kinds of people in it and it's proven it's AI. You got to be very careful what you're seeing and who you're listening
I've
to.
read the email straight off of the government website. There's emails back and forth between Elon and Jeffrey Epstein. So
that is true.
that is not great. I mean, and who knows if anyone's ever going to explain it, because we're never going to hire 100% of the story. We're just going to be stuck with cobbling things together and cobbling different investigations from around the world.
You know what I've decided, and I'm going to head up the group. We're going to put the Republican and Democrat parties back to where they were when I was a little kid, and everybody has to shut the hell up. I mean, I got no problem. What's that?
I'm sorry. They should just dissolve everything and start.
Well, they probably
over
should.
again,
They
'cause
probably
all of these people are pigs. Sorry.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, the Epstein thing is not a political issue and shouldn't be treated as a political issue.
No.
It's just crime. It's just
Yeah, it is.
global crime. And I don't care who votes for who or what. Just take them all down. Because as of right now, we see people losing their jobs, but we're not seeing anyone prosecuted.
No, you're absolutely right. I just don't understand any of it, and I never will understand any of it. Why people want to act the way they act. And I won't, point any fingers at anybody here, but when I was a kid, the Democrat and Republican parties were used to kind of balance the scale to make sure, kind of check both sides of everything. And now the edges of both of those parties are focused so much on harming other people with their political strength, it makes me want to vomit.
It is very
these people are disgusting. Why are people so disgusting? And then I find out at the same time, one of the answers to that might be, did you know that 53% of people 18 and under cannot read?
I don't know.
53% can't read.
I think we talked about this last week, if I recall
maybe.
correctly. But just in that, if you were born after, what year did I say it was? But I can't remember what year it
you
was.
did. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
but if you're born after, I think maybe 1997, somewhere around there, you're going to be less smart than your parents.
Yep.
Why are we doing this?
Well,
It was the
That's-
introduction to technology.
Yeah, there's a lot of
well,
studies that are
that's true,
saying that if a kid uses AI to write a paper, that if they say 5 minutes after they've written the paper, they'll say, "What was the paper about?" No, they can't remember one sentence. But if they write it out themselves and have
Well, yeah,
to
of
do the
course.
research, even using a computer, that they
Yeah.
can remember much more. So it's clear that we need to get screens out of the classroom.
Yep. Go back to
Yeah.
textbooks.
Yep.
Your
Yes.
100-pound book bag, welcome. I mean, you got the roller bags now. I used to carry it around in my backpack,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you guys have
Yeah.
roller
Oh,
bags
yeah.
now. They're
Our
fine.
school does. I mean, most public schools, kids have an iPad, and they bring it to and from school, and that's like what they do their homework on and stuff. Our school is very, very like we have textbooks and they're writing. Like Fawn is in 4th grade, and she has to do all of her homework and all of her schoolwork in cursive.
Wow.
Yeah, like real old school.
Oh, that's good.
That's actually very good for
Oh,
you.
it's great.
good.
Yeah,
Yep.
cursive is really great.
Yep.
But like her math homework, even she has to write in cursive. Like if you have to write any words, she has to write everything in cursive. And because
I need to practice cursive.
Yeah.
My signatures.
Well, her
a mess.
teacher's
the
like,
day.
it makes
I know
them
some-
slow down. It makes them pay attention to what they're doing. It helps with their print penmanship. I'm like, great, sounds good.
I
No
know,
doubt
I know if
about
I
it.
have to write out a check, I have to like think about it now.
Yeah,
because
I
it's
barely
like,
ever write.
How do you
like
really?
ever.
do this again?
I write
Yes.
you know-
constantly in my job, so I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
I had to write a check. I've not written a check in a long time, and it had to be a check for a certain
Yep.
reason. And I literally was like, "Wait, what do I write out here?" And I actually went to Google. I'm like, "What do I write on this line?"
Well,
I
there
felt
you
so
go.
stupid, but I was like, "Wait," and I'm
What
like,
do I
"Oh, that's
do?
right, of course."
Oh
but
my
I hadn't
gosh,
written a
funny.
check in I don't know a decade.
Yeah, I write a check a year, maybe.
every once in a while, somebody down here requires a check.
Yep, every
I'm
so
like,
often.
Really?
Yeah.
That happened to me, and I was like, let me dust off my checkbook. Let me find it.
Yes.
It'll all work out. All right, we'll stay on top of all this stuff. But like I said, I hope we can get back to a situation we kind of meet in the middle and work together. What do you think?
We'll meet in the middle here on the Tom Bernard Show.
There you go. That's what we'll do. All right, young lady, behave. Did you just freeze up? You did.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
she sure
Froze up.
did.
She's
Perfect
She's
timing.
posing, actually. Blue
Yeah.
steel. Oh, there she is.
There, now
Did
she's
I
back.
freeze you? I was like,
Yeah, you
and the whole
froze for a
thing
second.
froze, and I was like, what happened?
Yes, you froze up.
I like this.
All right,
You
I
got
am
a
leaving
quick
now.
quick tip from the chat. It says when you write a check, you just write Andy Jacobson's name on the to line.
There you go.
Good to know. I will. Let me write that note down so I don't forget.
There you go.
See you all
right.
tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Kristen Bird, Entertainment News, brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Do we have a guest coming in today, Andy? He's on the phone. What are we doing?
No, I thought so, but he couldn't make it.
Oh, he can't make it. That's
He
too
says he'll be on sometime in the next 2 weeks. I'll have to reschedule.
bad. I'll book him in another time. That'll work out fine. We will be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's talk about my bank, North American Banking Company. Look, it's easy to feel like just another account number at the big national banks, but that's not how it works with my friends at North American Banking Company. Whether you're visiting their locations in Roseville, 50th in France, Hastings, Woodbury, Shoreview, or Maple Grove, you'll always find real people who know you by name and actually care about your finances, not some AI chatbot. They also offer all the modern conveniences you expect, like online and mobile banking, but with a personal touch that only a community bank can offer. So why settle for less when you can bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Hello, who is
Hey.
it?
Why isn't it playing?
Do
Why
do
isn't
do
what playing?
do
Beep-a-doop, bop, beep, beep, beep. That's our bumper music.
Okay, that'll be good.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
What wasn't playing?
The bumper music. I won't play. What if I tried this
Really?
one? Huh?
Weird.
Yeah?
Oh, it's weird.
No,
That's
it's
very
broken.
weird.
Oh, well, I can always fall back to the folder.
I'll just make
Oh,
weird
how about
noises.
this? I'll just do this then.
There we go.
You could do that.
What is that song? Do you know the song?
In
the
the
mood.
mood.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was by
Glenn Miller?
Miller?
Glenn Miller. Very good.
No problem.
My mother's
Easy
favorite.
peasy.
My mom's absolute favorite. There's no question
Yeah.
about that.
Didn't he end up dying? And
Yeah, he was like
He
30-something.
did.
yeah,
We talked
in
about this
war?
like a week ago, I think. Wasn't he
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he was
And
39.
he looked
He
really,
was my age.
yeah, he looked really old.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
have
looked
a-
like he was 60.
Yeah, you posted a photo of
I
it.
have a random question that maybe the chat
Random.
can help me with because you guys won't be able to help me with this. But the chat probably will. So at our school, the 8th graders go to Washington, D.C., and they do like fundraisers to help with the costs and everything. And they have a butter braid fundraiser, which I know are very common fundraisers.
Butter
I
braid?
have never had a butter braid.
What is it?
Well, there's different ones. There's like,
Bread.
I'm looking at them right now. There's like kind of like a Danish looking
Oh,
thing
okay,
where it's
yeah.
like strawberry cream cheese, apple, cinnamon, but then they also have like cinnamon rolls and caramel rolls and stuff.
Ooh, love it.
So I am wondering, anybody on the chat that may have had a butter braid before, what are the good ones? What should I get? I want to know. Fill me in if you have any, because I feel like this is any fundraiser I've ever, like any place that I know that does fundraisers always do butter braids, but I've never had one. So I want to know what I should get. If there's a real, I mean,
anything
strawberry
with cream cheese,
I'd say
says
strawberry
Jill.
cream cheese is always,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the
that's always
cinnamon
nice.
rolls, like
Strawberry
we,
cream cheese, says Trevor. There you go.
okay.
There it is.
Looks like that's the standard butter braid, if I have to
Cinnamon
guess.
roll with cream cheese frosting, like that looks good.
Ooh.
Oh, butter braid is
Bavarian
like
of
a-
cream.
Oh, it's a trademark. It's not like an
Yeah.
actual. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like that's the company.
They're
that makes-
Danishes, I think.
Well, they're Danishes. It's kind of like a Danish. It's like a. It's like if a Danish were like a kind of flat roll thing, and the filling was inside.
Like a log.
Yeah, kinda
It's kind of
sounds
like
like
a. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's.
Well, I will tell you this: you fired up our audience because everybody's talking about
See, I knew
cinnamon
you guys.
rolls,
I
and
knew
they're
you
talking-
guys would be able to help me.
We
The
do
cinnamon
seem
rolls
to
are
be able
pretty
to get a
tasty.
lively discussion when we talk about food.
Yeah, it's true.
Coffee cake.
It's true. It's very true.
Okay, the cinnamon rolls and I was leaning towards cinnamon roll and strawberry cream cheese because how can those not be good? You know?
Right.
Like
very
Swiss
good
rolls.
point.
No, it's not like rolled into it. Because a Swiss
You'll
roll,
have to
it's
bring
like
one in and show everyone.
because a Swiss roll is like you have the thing and then you put the filling and then you roll it into it.
Yeah.
But a butter braid, it's basically just like stuffed in the middle. So it's like
Injected?
the bready stuff on top and the bready stuff on the bottom, and then it's just like in it. If that makes any sense. Well,
It does.
okay, now
we
I know. I'm gonna do the strawberry cream cheese and the whatever it's called, cinnamon rolls, and then
Speaking-
I'll report back.
Speaking of bread,
Oh
you
dear,
see that Dave's Killer Bread has tons of terrible stuff in it?
does it?
What?
What does?
What, like
Yes,
lead
I
and
used to
all that kind of
always
fun
Bombs.
stuff?
buy.
Knives, nails.
Apparently, Florida Department of Health or something went through some very popular breads
Huh.
and found out that.
Oh, they tested breads for Roundup.
Yes.
Well, and
have
Dave's is
the
supposed to
list?
be
Do you have
the
organic,
list?
isn't it?
Jesus.
Let's see. No,
there's
Dave's
a-
of the ones they tested, Dave's was pretty low. It was present, but it was low.
Okay.
Highest, I mean, Wonder Bread is up there.
I was gonna say,
unsurprisingly.
like, the ones that you'd think.
Sara Lee Honey Wheat and Nature's Own Butter Bread. So all the
Yeah.
ones you would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Dave's Killer Bread was actually, and yeah, Dave's Killer Bread did pretty well. Interestingly, the Sara Lee Artisano White had none detected, but the Sara Lee Honey
that was
Wheat
weird.
had the highest out of all of them. So the honey, I guess, is keep away from that.
Well, everybody's upset with you guys now. Why? What? I buy Dave's bread.
Though
I
it's
know.
not.
I thought it was pretty high,
It's actually not bad then, actually.
Not the one article I saw.
Well, I don't want any of that crap in my bread. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
No, you don't.
I must agree with that. No question about it. What the hell? I just. Why is food got so much garbage in it now? There was just a big deal on, I don't know, YouTube or something about how much garbage they put in food now.
Yep.
Because they get much more volume, so they can sell much more of the food because it's filled with garbage.
Yeah, cheap ingredients. That's why.
Well,
Well, and they're
it's
also
like-
doing something to the grain. They're spraying this crap on
Yep.
top of the grain after it's even been harvested because it prevents mold.
Yeah. Yeah, they put
Yeah.
anti-molding agents, they put antibacterial agents and stuff like that. They put all that stuff on there because it lasts forever that way.
Well, that's like I have used the same protein for years and
Powder,
years
yeah.
and years. And I drink protein shakes a lot because I lift weights a lot, and it just like helps me. When I don't have my protein, I can just tell that my muscles are more fatigued. And so I've had the same protein for years and years and years, and then I came across an article that it was like, we tested popular proteins for lead.
Yeah.
And like some lead is kind of unavoidable because whatever, but like the brand that I had, it was Orgain, and it's like
That's what Melissa's eating now or drinking now.
well,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Uh-oh. I just bought some.
yep. So I like
What?
yeah, and it was like really, really high, and they're like, no, it's still fine. Like, you don't need to worry about it. But I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just try some different brands. I have gone through 4 different brands, and by the time I get to the end of it, I'm like, drinking it makes me feel like
Yeah.
sick.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm like, oh, I have to drink this. But protein is expensive, especially like
is
good
very expensive.
protein. And it's all like the first couple times I have it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And then halfway through, I'm like, oh, I have to have this again.
Yep.
And now I'm like, I don't know what to do because I never had that problem with the Orgain brand. Like, I always liked it. It was always, like, it always tasted fine. And now I'm like, do I just go back and get lead poisoned? I don't know.
Alex, somebody's asking what kind of protein shakes do you buy?
So Orgain was like my ride or die for a very long time.
Okay.
And then I tried it's either PB2 or PB Fit, the brand that makes the powdered peanut butter.
PB2 is their powdered peanut butter.
But yeah, but one of those brands, because both of those brands make powdered peanut butter, and one of them also makes a protein drink. And the first couple times I had the protein drink, I was like, this is delicious, and it was. But then by the time I got halfway through it, I was like, drinking this makes me want to vomit. Mm-hmm. And we
Really?
try to have vegan protein because Dan can't drink whey, like it just doesn't.
Yeah, it upsets my stomach.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So we try to have vegan protein, and like a lot of vegan protein too has like added vitamins and probiotics and stuff like that to it. So it's like, great, might as well. And so, okay, I did PB Fit or PB2, whichever one it was, I don't even remember. And then Truvani, I think, was the brand of my last one. And yeah, the first 3/4 of the bag, I was like, this is totally fine. And then by the time I got done with it, I was like, I really don't want to drink this anymore. And now I'm on KOA. And I'm like, ugh.
Has anybody tested the Amazon Warrior brand?
Amazon Warrior. I'm looking at the article right now, so let's see. Do
Yeah.
you see Amazon
And maybe
Warrior
it's
on
like
here?
nothing I have to. And Dan was like, I'm just going to go back to the lead powder. I don't.
It's
Well, they were
worth it.
doing that with,
He's like,
baby formula too.
He's
throwing
like,
all kinds of
it
garbage
tastes
and
better and doesn't
crap in
make me
there.
feel sick. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, there's something to that.
They did not test Amazon Warrior, so we don't know.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I don't know if
surprised.
this is something I even need to worry about. I don't know. But I figure if it's something that I'm eating most days, it's probably, like if it was something that I had every once in a while, I wouldn't worry about it. But I drink a protein shake probably at least 5 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah, so then you do have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know. And then, yeah, I'm like, the brands that I'm drinking now, maybe they didn't even test them and they're even higher. I don't know.
Shouldn't all that stuff just be tested?
Yeah, you'd think.
You would think. Well, lead
You know,
is
for
in
consumption?
freaking everything. And
Yep.
lead, once
is,
you're lead
yeah.
poisoned,
Yep.
you can't get rid of it.
Nope.
You have your lead for the rest of your life.
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
You know,
Why?
I remember, I mean, there was a big push to get, but that's one of the reasons why plastics got so popular is because there was so much lead in paint and
Yeah.
children's toys, and everything made of metal had lead in it, and kids were, chewing on it, and, kids just decided to throw everything in their mouth. So all this lead stuff was happening, and when you guys were really little, so they, it was, I remember Jay Leno came out on one of his shows, and he's like, well, China just called. They found some toys in their lead.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
That's
good
how
line.
bad it was. It was all over the news all the time about
Yep.
lead.
It was, yeah.
And
It
that's
was.
one of the reasons why plastics became so popular.
Yeah.
And now it's in our food. Why is lead in our food?
Lead's everywhere. It's in
Lead's
the soil.
everywhere. Yeah, it's in the soil.
Yep.
And it's like clay is like unbelievably high in lead. So it's like like your dishes probably have lead in them.
Yeah.
Like there's
A lot of
what's the other
paints
thing?
and
Porcelain,
glazes.
tons of lead in it. Like it's just
Lead pipes are still in use a lot of places.
Yeah.
The old lead pipes, they don't
Yeah.
take them out and replace them. They're just, if your property was built while they were using lead pipes, it's got lead pipes.
Yeah. Oh, somebody mentioned Flav City. That's a brand that I was looking into, but Dan can't have it because it's whey. And apparently the guy that owns the Flav City brand is just absolutely a complete D-bag. So
Oh.
I'm like, do I want to support this guy? I don't know. But everybody says that it is really good. But Dan couldn't drink it. But he's just going to drink the lead powder, so it's fine.
Lead powder. There you go.
Just drink the lead.
powder.
If he just gets less and less smart each year, it's because of the protein powder. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what it affects. It affects your overall IQ.
I just
which is
don't
fun.
understand how it has. Can't they filter it out or something? I mean, lead's like a heavy metal.
I don't know. And when people say I do it the old-fashioned way and I eat meat, me. I eat so much protein. There are some days I tracked my protein for a little while, and some days I'd get 130 grams of protein.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not I'm not worried about not getting enough protein, but it just that much protein quickly right after my workout just seems to help me recover faster. And it's
Yeah,
not like I'm gonna,
probably.
even if I did eat meat, I wouldn't I'll just eat this steak within 5 minutes of finishing my workout. That would be disgusting. So there. Darren.
All right, we better take a break. Alex needs a break after that. She needs to recover.
I need to cool down. Get
She
wound
needs
up.
to cool down. We'll be back in a couple minutes right after this.
Hold on. There we go. I was trying to figure out the bumper music situation. I think I got it now. So
Oh, you got it.
we'll have
Okay.
bumper music coming back. Lucky
All
us.
right.
For Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They've never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally. They're a family-owned and local company, conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities, 7 days a week. That's pretty good, man. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends. because they are my friends. I've known them forever at Wellshire. Set up a tour. Learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com.
Well, I just went on a website called Clean Protein List, and unfortunately the whey ones are much lower in lead than most of the vegan.
Yes.
Muscle Tech 100% mass gainer, lead not detected.
That's good.
Plant Fusion 140% over limit, Orgain 143% over limit. Some of them, though, are 1,388% above.
Well,
Yes.
What?
avoid
Yeah.
those ones.
Huel Black
Yeah,
and
Huel
Naked
Black Edition was
Nutrition.
really bad, yeah.
Garden of Life Sport. Garden of Life?
Uh-oh.
That's like a real hippy-dippy brand
I
that
know.
I like.
I know.
There you go.
564% over
But
the
like I
limit.
said, it's just like in the soil and in the. But then it's like,
Yep.
you know, is it in? I'm sure it's in. I eat a lot of beans. It's probably in the beans. It's in the rice. It's in the does it really matter? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Obviously
you're
the-
not going to escape it entirely.
Yeah,
so.
like obviously the ones that are 1,000% over don't do that. But like I'm like, does 140% over like is that even something I need to worry about? Because it's not like I'm testing every single food that I eat.
No.
Like it's probably in broccoli. Like
Yeah.
It probably is.
you know. I
Ay,
don't know.
ay, ay.
I
Well,
don't know.
maybe that's why nobody can read. There's too much lead in our food.
That could be.
How about
Could
this?
be.
Jaden, LOL, Andy. Then DH 1962. What the heck? Then DH 1962 again. Lead must build nice, strong muscle. And then they close MB 0711 Bowen. Jeepers.
Jeepers.
Jeepers is right.
No, it's kind of very eye-opening, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
So what else is going on in the world? Anything
Oh,
good?
so many things are going on in the world.
But anything good?
I woke up this morning and Sage was in bed because he always climbs into our bed in the middle of the night at some point. And I woke up this morning, he puts his arm over me and goes, "Good morning, sweetheart."
Oh, God, really?
I was like, "Hi,
Okay.
Sage."
Oh, that
Very
kid.
sweet.
That kid.
It was
It
very,
is very
cute.
sweet.
And it's crazy day at school today. They have like a spirit week thing. So this morning was very chaotic. It was like I had to color Sage's hair gold and silver and put it in a mohawk. And he put
Wow.
all his clothes on backwards. And he was like running around the house like a maniac. And he's like, "It's crazy day." And I'm like, "Okay, you need to calm down."
What the hell?
I get permission to be crazy.
I
It's
drove
wonderful.
on the way to school. I was like,
That's
"You
true.
need
Good
to
point.
act normal. Like, I know it's exciting, but you can't act like a maniac all day just because it's crazy day. It's fine." He brought a thermos, like a soup thermos, to drink his water out of because it's crazy day. I'm like,
Oh, God.
he's wearing two different shoes. He is like on.
Oh,
he's really
okay.
committed to the theme. Really committed to the theme. And I'm like, tomorrow's pajama day, so I'm like, maybe he'll be calm tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe you'll be sleepy.
Nice and
But yeah,
sleepy.
he was very, very wound up this morning about Crazy Day. And Fawn put her hair in a high bun and colored it like a donut. And like, I'm gonna go home. That's why I'm in a sweatsuit, because I worked out now. And then I'm gonna go home and wear like every pattern thing that I own when I go to school later. So
There you go.
It'll be great.
Rick says, "Hello, team. Happy Monday from St. Louis, Missouri."
St. Louis,
Hello, Rick.
Missouri.
So that's nice to hear.
hello,
Very
Rick.
nice to hear.
MB0711
That's Margaret.
Bowen. I saw.
That's Margaret, yeah.
I know it's Margaret.
Oh.
I saw Chris Eggert on Friday,
Oh.
so that's nice.
Oh,
Oh,
we haven't heard
charity?
from him
What
in a while.
charity?
Yeah, what charity
Where
is he
does it say?
involved with?
She says
doesn't
for
say.
charity he was involved
Let
with.
us know, Margaret.
She'll let us
I
know.
think he does several.
Only
was
for
gonna
the
say,
charity he was involved.
maybe
yeah,
something
but
with
I don't know
amputees?
what.
Said maybe something with amputees.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
That
maybe.
makes sense,
Yeah,
wouldn't
Would
it?
make sense.
Absolutely.
Wiggle your toes.
Wiggle
Sounds
your
like something for
toes.
amputees.
Sounds like something
Yeah.
for amputees.
Absolutely,
I was right.
that'll do it.
I was
That's nice
right.
to hear.
One-legged
I'm glad to hear
ass kicking contest.
Great. That's
Well, I don't know about that.
sure.
that. I like
Sure.
that. There's
Whatever
nothing
you
wrong
say,
with
Yes,
Bill.
wiggle your toes is prosthetics.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there you go.
I can't believe, like, if you look at prosthetics, I mean, even 10 years ago,
Yeah.
They have come such a long way. It's like crazy how fancy prosthetics are now.
I follow a lot of wildlife rescue pages, and they've got prosthetic legs for elephants,
Oh, yeah.
giraffes.
Absolutely.
It's amazing what they can.
I didn't know that.
What they can build, and the elephants and the giraffes are running around like, yay! I mean, it doesn't slow them down. It's really amazing.
Fantastic.
That's a nice touch. No question.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. So what else is that? Any? I was thinking about something, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I had a dream last night. See if you guys can follow me, because it's good.
Oh, boy.
I had a dream last night that I took a government position,
No, thank you.
and my government position was to say, you people on the far left and the far right,
Jesus.
you're not Democrats and you're not Republicans. You're lying your ass off. And you should not be allowed to say that you're a Democrat or Republican when you're trying to hurt people with your personal views.
Can't even escape it in your sleep.
Scream into this pillow.
Wow.
Why would you scream in the pillow? People are horrible to one another right now, and it needs to stop.
I heard that Dr. Scott
Jensen?
He dropped out of the race.
Oh, he did?
He? Mm-hmm. He's a nice guy.
We had him on the podcast.
He's a very nice guy, yeah. So who's well, that's Amy
Klobuchar. I guarantee you she's going to win. It's Minnesota. Of course she's going to win.
Don't know.
Yes, he
It's
dropped
looking a little
out,
iffy.
and he's going to run for state auditor instead. He had Nate George on, who's also running for state auditor. So
There you go.
we got our finger on the pulse of all that
Look
going
at
on.
that. On the
You're
pulse.
damn right.
Yeah.
On the pulse.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah.
Do you see my viewpoint, though, that these people on either party, when they get really mean and want to hurt somebody, you're not really paying attention to which party you're part of.
This is why
you need to
you-
cut that shit out.
That's why you just don't pay them any attention.
Well, you got to pay them attention because it's getting worse rather than better.
Not really, because paying attention to them isn't going to make it. Like, what are we going to do? Yell at them for yelling at everybody?
No, I'm just saying we as a country need to stop putting up with their bullshit.
I don't think anybody's
They're-
putting up with anything. There's always going to be people screaming and yelling, and you
This
just
is
have to
true.
realize that that's not something you want to do, and don't do it.
I want them all put in prison.
Well,
What do you think? No?
Not,
I don't know.
Not
Dad,
high odds.
That's why I just listen to my little audio books and fold laundry and mind my own business.
Why?
that's good.
What were you watching today where that cop had pulled over this woman and she was
Oh, my God.
What?
The YouTube audio had this young woman. She looked to be,
what was it,
about
like an episode of
25?
Cops or something?
No.
Oh,
It was actual footage of, she was about like 25 maybe?
I couldn't tell, but she was pulled over for something, and she just,
Yep.
I mean, she screamed
Oh, my
and
God.
screamed at the top of her lungs for like 10 minutes.
Oh, fun.
Then I think they finally gave her a ticket for something, and then she started following the cops.
Yes,
Oh,
she
that's not
started-
smart.
So they pulled her over again. It's like, why are you following us? And she just kept screaming. She seriously looked like she needed a shot of lithium or some. I don't know
did.
what she needed.
probably
but
did.
I've
I was
never.
gonna say, that just sounds
I've
like a
never
crazy
seen
person.
Anybody act like that before in my life. I can't imagine having to deal with somebody that's that unhinged.
Well, if Dave was still in the
Yeah.
chat, I'm sure he could tell you
I
that
was
that
gonna
happens
say.
more than you think.
Probably Dave.
Oh my God, she was losing her mind.
Well, she screaming at the top of her, and I'm not talking about just loud. It was just flat out screaming
Yeah.
at people.
My throat hurt after.
Just listening to it.
I was in the kitchen. I was like, "What is this racket in here?" It was unsettling.
Racket.
What is the throwing the dildos all over at the Whipple Center doing for the protesters? Why are they throwing dildos everywhere? Anybody know the origin of this
What?
I don't know.
this
about that.
I don't wanna
latest and
Google this.
greatest thing that they're doing? Yeah.
They're throwing dildos at each other?
I guess they were throwing dildos at people's cars, and one of them was their own person on their side, and he's like, "Stop throwing dildos!
Unbelievable.
I'm one of you."
I'm dildoing right with you.
But okay, so I'm sitting around all day. He's like, "You know what we should do today? We should go. I don't know what store you go to buy a bunch of dildos.
Yeah, where do you go to buy a
and
dildo?
go
I
throw
don't
them
even
at
know.
people.
There's those sex shops. You know, you drive past them out
Oh,
on county
yeah, I
roads
suppose.
every once in a while.
Oh, they have
Sex
it
World?
that fast?
Did Sex World close? I feel like I remember us
maybe.
talking about Sex World was closing.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
is?
know. You mean the one down on
Yeah, downtown.
downtown? Yeah.
I
was
feel
down
like
there
like a
forever.
year ago, Andy brought up the fact that it was closing because
Did I?
it was like in the news or something. Maybe I'm making it up. I
Let's
don't know.
see. I like how that's quite the blast from the past there, Trevor.
What?
Dildo or dildo?
Yeah, they're like dill pickle, dildo.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah, there you go.
do you know what he's referencing?
I do not.
No.
There was a clip Kristen was on, and she was talking about going to the state fair, I think, and going to buy these dill pickles. And she was, I don't exactly know what the context was, because I've only heard the clip out of context, but
Okay.
Dad, you said that when you go to the state fair, you'll have to bring your dildo. And she was like, what? Because you meant dill money? Like money to buy dill pickles with?
Oh no.
You bring your
Yeah, and you said you
dildo.
can bring your
Yeah, that's-
dildo. And she was like,
Dill Joe.
yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Tom asked her if
no.
she was bringing her dildo.
Dad,
Oh, boy.
don't say stuff like that.
Sometimes you should listen to yourself.
Well, it
before
is
you
Think-
dildo.
think before you
Buy a
talk.
dill with dildo.
That's right.
Oh Lord.
boy.
I
Don't
love
you?
the people in the chat. Enchantices has a store in Lakeville. The Love Doctor used to be next to the Turf Club in St. Paul.
Oh, there
So
we
they
go.
know where to get a dildo.
I guess so.
Honest
Oh,
to God,
yeah,
our
looks like-
listeners are great.
Sex World closed down June 2025, apparently.
There you go. I was
Who
right
knew?
about a year ago. All right.
You're right.
I remembered
Interesting.
something.
All right, when we'll take our last break, come right back and wrap it up right after this.
Certainly.
Certainly.
What's Heart of the North?
You all set?
Yes.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to put up the video.
But I don't want to.
Well, I do want you to. There it is. Thank you. I appreciate it immensely. There's a cruise that I have been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North Tour. That sounds amazing to us, and by us I mean Catherine. We still thinking about going on this one? If we're going to go on this, we probably better step
I know.
up and buy
Someday
some
we need
tickets.
to stop thinking and start doing some stuff.
You're right. It's the Alaska Cruise Tour. What is a cruise tour? It's a tour that features a cruise that includes a 7-day Princess Cruise tour of the Denali Wilderness, the glaciers, combined with glass top railway experience. Like I said, multiple nights at Denali Wilderness Lodge, including the land meal package. You'll find Denali National Park, Whittier, Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay National Park, and stop at Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtours.com or call 1-833-424-2700 to speak to Mike, who is a pro at arranging these amazing tours. It all happens August 8th through the 19th. There are limited spots available, so book now. It's a trip of a lifetime that you will not want to miss. See, I think that would be a ball to go on that trip. There's no question about it. He is really good at that. Mike is really, really good at that stuff, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we'll have to get it locked up though, because there's limited seating and all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to reach out to him very soon and get that book, because August would be a nice time to hit the road, don't you think, Catherine?
It would be. Absolutely. If
Well,
you're
it's-
going to go to Alaska, I'm guessing July and August about the window.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That might be true, I suppose. That might be true. All right, so we got a couple of minutes left. Anything else any subject you want to broach?
Well, Collins entered the spinning phase.
Perfect.
Yep.
Spinning.
That every
that
kid
mean?
does. They just
Oh,
spin.
stand around and spin.
Yep, they just stand there and spin around. Colin he did that for the first time yesterday, and now it's what he does.
Great.
What were those little toys that we used to have? You sat on them
Yeah,
and just
then
spun
you-
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
don't see those
playground
anymore.
things? Where you
No,
like the
you had one-
teacups?
there was one in the house you could have.
Yeah, it
for
was like a little
kids.
thing, and
What?
you sat
and they just sat there
cross-legged on this thing, and then
spinning.
you just did this, and you spun.
Probably too many kids got
Yeah.
catapulted
What the
into
heck was that thing called? No, it's this.
I don't even remember
I'm gonna
that.
find it.
Fireplace or
I know
something.
exactly what you're talking about.
Sit and spin. Thank
Sit
you,
and spin.
Troy.
Yeah, I was
Sit
like,
and
I think
spin.
it's something like you sit and you spin.
Sit and spin. It was called a sit and spin.
Sit and-
It was
Oh,
called
I
sit and
remember
spin,
those.
Yeah, sit,
Yeah.
sit and puke.
Well,
somebody
wait
said.
a minute. Spin and puke. Yeah, that's right. You got
Well.
that one there, Alex. Tyer Carver delivered that
Great.
one.
That's why they lost their popularity. So many kids did it too
Probably.
much and then barfed all over the place.
Spitting and puking. That was a major problem.
It was a standard
see that.
toy in like every kid's bedroom.
It's been looks like they came out maybe in the 70s, so
Yeah, they were around
it was
a long time.
play school sit and spin. It was a
Sit
thing
and
for a
spin.
long time.
Yep.
Yeah, like a cozy coop. Every kid had a cozy coop. Every kid had a sit and spin.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were watching TV. I was working and Ethan was watching TV. So I was like doing stuff on my laptop, sitting on the couch next to him. So I'm on the couch sitting and he's next to me standing, jumping up and down for at least 20 solid minutes.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden he collapses and he's like, I'm done jumping.
I'm done jumping.
Great.
Well, that's
Kid's
glad to
got
hear
some
it.
energy.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
That's a good thing. Oh man, I'm telling you, Catherine, I do think we should go on this tour. I think it's a great time of the year to do it. So, when can we have Mike on again? Can you reach out to him, Andy?
Yeah, I can see what
Well,
he
if-
thinks.
If we get enough listeners that want to do it, we could get a rate.
We can get a
We
rate.
could get a rate.
There you go.
Yeah.
Full
I just think
rate.
it'd be a great time. All right, any closing words?
Well, I mean, technically we still have 10 minutes. We
still have
we
10
anything to talk about.
We randomly just booked a trip to Palm Springs.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
Huh.
Yeah. We're going to Palm Springs.
Where are you when are you going?
Spring break.
It is one of the great places to go. It is wonderful to
I've
go. to
never
Palm
been
Springs.
there,
Me either.
and I'm very excited to go because it's going to be warm, and we got an Airbnb with our own pool and hot tub.
Ooh, there you go.
Very excited.
No, it is terrific. There's no question about that.
Next, the kids they've been to mountains when we went to Sedona a bunch, but they were so young, and so they haven't really they don't really remember what it's like to be around mountains. And we're gonna go to Joshua Tree and hike and stuff. We're very excited.
No, it is. I'm guarantee you're going to have a great time. First of all, it's a wonderful place anyway. You know, to just show up and get it all done. That is, I don't know. It's going to be a really, really good time. And I'm very serious. I want to see if we can get on this this tour with Mike because I think that'd be, yeah. I mean, it's right there on time, August 8th through the 19th. Could be a good time. What do you think, Catherine?
Could be.
All right.
Check it out.
Closing words.
Closing words. I don't think so.
I don't have any.
All right. You don't have any? Nana?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Well, behave, like I said. Everybody calm down.
Tomorrow will be Kostaki's last appearance on the show for quite some time. So
Damn it, I
stay
love
tuned
Kostaki.
for that.
We can talk
Wonder
about
what-
how the Vikings should have never let him go. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Sam
Ruining
Darnold?
the
Yeah,
show.
now that he's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because not every player works well for every coach.
That's true.
Well, we had a fantastic record when Sam Darnold was on our team. So
Did we?
he was
Why
doing
did-
great with us.
Why did we get rid of him?
I don't know, but we fired our
Yeah.
general manager.
I think it was the GM, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, was it
Costner,
getting rid of,
Gracie
or
or
was it
whatever.
just like his contract ran out and he
And
decided
we
to?
could have signed him, and we didn't.
Oh, so you get like first pick when the contract runs out? Is that how it works?
Probably.
If he's he was already on our team, but we had like a short-term contract with
Right.
him, and then it was like up in the air. But we could have chose to re-sign him, and we didn't. And then he goes to the Seahawks and wins them a Super Bowl. So
Huh.
yeah,
Well, all right then.
Okay. Oh, look at this. Darnold is mid. Seattle's defense is why they won, not Darnold.
okay, you're mid first of all, and we had a fantastic record when he was our quarterback. So obviously there's something to it. Tiffy.
All right. We will talk to you tomorrow. That'll do it.
Bye.
Bye.